Hello everyone. In this video, I will demonstrate how to use Tableau to do data visualization. So I have selected one database here, which is MS Access file facility services. So you can see the relationship here. We have transaction masters. So the field which we are interested as a major is sales amount. So this is what we're gonna do most of our visualization here. Then other thing which I will be focusing in this particular video are like the market segment and the region within those markets. So we're gonna see that if you go to the location master here, you can see that market could be, one region has many market. Each market belongs to one region. So for example, if you sort it by um Midwest has so many markets, and then North has so many markets, and henceforth. So there's one to many relationship there. And we will also analyze the sales by product description and segment. So if you go to product master here, so we have, let's say, one business segment has many product description. Each product description belongs to exactly one business segment. So we can analyze the sales by these two categories as well. So with that, I'm going to close this one here. So make sure you go through all this description once you get a time here. I'm going to open the Tableau. I will go to the access file here. I'll browse it to desktop. Say, so we have to drag all those fields, I mean the table that we need for analysis, and we have to relate it using primary key and foreign key here. So let's drag the transaction table. Then we're gonna need, let's do every table. So we have customer table. You can click on it and see how these two fields are related. They are related on customer number. In fact, what we can do here is we can open the file as well and go to the relationship. So this will help us link all the thing. So we brought the customer master. We're going to bring the employee, location, price, and product master. So let's do the employee master. Uh, Make sure you select the transaction employee master here. Okay, so we have to relate this to we have to go here and see how employee master is related here. Sales rep to employee number. So I will go here. I'm gonna say sales rep to employee number. Okay, so that thing is done. Now location master. So I'm gonna bring the location master here. Looks like it figured it out. Branch number. So they have the, if it has a common name, it will figure it out. Otherwise, you have to specifically do it manually. So it's gonna figure it out, and then we're gonna need price master. So I'm gonna bring it here. Oh, I'm sorry. So I removed the wrong one. Let's bring the product master here. Mm, so let's see how this is. So we're gonna do the location, right? So let's do the location branch number to this one, and then we're gonna do again product number to price master product number. Uh, so that will create all the joins here. Down the line, we want to upload this on the Tableau public, so it's always better to extract the data and create its own copy as you move on. So that will help you put it on the web. Here also you can change a lot of details here if you want. For example, transaction key will always be, not a, there will not be a number, so you can always change that. So here I can always change it to string. Right, so I can do that because we will not do any calculation on that. Okay, so with this setup we are extracting it, so I'm going to go ahead and create my visualization. So it's going to ask you first save that Tableau data extract. So I'm going to go to the desktop here. Just going to give a okay. So let's create one simple map. So this is the what do you call it, user interface. You have menus, you have sub menus here, you have a data window, you have dimension pane, measures pane. Dimensions are the categories by which you will analyze the measure of interest. Measures are the numeric field. So these are the field you're gonna do the grouping or the summarization on. So let's do a simple map first by city and sales. So we have city here. See, city is gonna be in the customer table. This is not recognized as a geographic field. So geographic field are the fields that can be mapped on the map. So I'm gonna drop it down and I will change data type or geographic role to city. Okay. So that will add latitude and longitude here in the one. So I can just drag it here. It's going to create a map. You can alternatively drag it on the details section as well. Okay. So we have to show the sales. Okay. So I'm gonna by the city. So I'm gonna go here and drag the sale amount. Let's say I'm gonna do the sales amount first on the size, and I'm gonna increase the size a little bit. Okay. And then I will color it by the sale amount as well. Um, Instead of coloring it, what if I want to bring the different market segment? So I can bring it. Let's say I can create a hierarchy. I need to create a hierarchy for that. So I know that in the product master you have business segment and product description. One business segment has many product description, and one product description belongs to exactly one business segment. So I'm gonna drag it here, put it down, and it's gonna create a hierarchy for me. And then I can drag that hierarchy on the color thing. So it's going to show me uh, different business segment, and if I drop it down, it's going to show it to me by different product segment here. Okay, so this clearly shows us, like, we are having a lot of sales here, sales here. So it's kind of scattered all over. But Florida, eastern, northeastern parts, mid parts, and the western part, California part, they are strong on sales. So, so let's do a simple bar chart now. So I'm gonna do a bar chart. So that's gonna show me the sales by business segment. Yeah. So what I can do here is I had this blank sheet. I'm gonna remove it. I'm gonna say this is map sales by city. We'll create another one. Very simple bar chart this time. So I'm gonna say, let's say I have sales. It's always better to bring it down. You can always use show me as well by selecting it, but I like doing it my way so that I know what steps I'm following. So let's say sum of sales. Um, okay, sum of sales in the columns, and we want to bring the market segment in the row. Okay, so it's going to show me uh, the sales by business segment. Okay, and you can drill it down further. So it's going to see the product segment here. Now you can always sort it. So I'm gonna sort it or descending order maybe. That's gonna be better. And we know that we can also color this one. So I can just use it's gonna be better. Okay. So we can color it. So if you drop it down, so you have different segments, right? So you know that this cleaning and housekeeping is not doing that well when it comes to the scale, and all others are doing well. So our main bread and butter looks like maintenance and repair, and in that, fleet maintenance is the one that's bringing most of the sale. So that is something interesting to note here. So next, what I'm going to do is, let's say, create. So this is going to be a bar chart, sales by business segment. Okay, let's get in another one. This time, I want to build what we call timeline. That's going to show me the sales by month. Okay, so that's fairly easy. I want sales here, and I want service date in the column here, and this one I want month. Okay, so it sometimes behave this way, which I have no idea why it's doing that, but I'm gonna drag it again and try to do it again, and now this time it's coming out to be okay. Okay. So now this is like you can see there is a trend here, a lot of variation, but this is like monthly sales for all the market in the region. So we I would like to see for, let's say, the sales for specific market in the specific region. So we can create a hierarchy here. So if you I guess I just want to see how this location master. So you have one region and many markets in that region, right? So I'm gonna do that, one region and many markets in that region. So I'm gonna drag the market onto the region. It's gonna create a hierarchy for me, right? And I'm gonna drag the region to here. So you can see that Midwest is fairly low on sales. The highest sales are coming from the south region, and you can drill it down. So you can say that the California is the one that's bringing most of the sales. The least sales are coming from the Seattle area. Very stable, constant sale, not much variation. You will see a lot of variation. February being the peak, March and in other months are not that high, but again pick up in November and then goes on in December as well. December and January. So there is some kind of seasonality maybe we see it there. But overall in the Seattle it looks very constant. So this kind of shows you how the sales are faring up across different region and market by month. We can quickly, so I'm gonna name this one as let's say timeline sales. I'm gonna say monthly sales by market. Okay. I can turn this into a crosstab very quickly, which is very easy to do it. So I'm just gonna right click here, duplicate as crosstab. So we get the crosstab here. We can polish it a little bit here. Uh, so before, hold on, before I do the crosstab here, I would like to show you something cool here. So this is the monthly sale. What if you want to show year over year growth within this monthly sale? So what we can do is we can drag the sales again here to the columns area. I'm sorry, bring it to the this area. And this one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna say quick table calculation and show year over year growth. Okay, now what we can do is we can bring it this to the tooltip. So when you do that, now if you hover over any point, you're gonna see difference in sales amount from the previous month, the service date. So that's kind of very neat here. So you can instantly do that and many other calculations like this. So now I'm gonna this to duplicate as cross tab here. And major means, is going to combine both the measures that we have here. So we have two measures, sum of sales, which is year over year growth, and this is simply sum of sales. This is sum and this is like year over year growth, and here they are being grouped here into one. You can show this. It's always better to show this in the shelf here so that you know that you can drop it down and see this one is not being grouped by anything. Is simply the running total. Okay, and this one is if you do the quick, so this is the one that's doing year over year growth. Okay, so that keep that in mind. Now we can add a lot of bells and whistles. One thing is, you can always change the hierarchy here. So like for example, I don't want to see the sales and year over year growth by region, but rather I would like to see it, let's say by market segment, uh, okay, business segment and product description. But we'll do that later. So let's right now. What I want to do is I want to do some cool coloring here, and I'm going to bring the sales to the uh, colors tab here. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is I want squares, right? And I want to turn the labels all for these measures. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, okay. So these are now all on. So you can see that darker the color, the better. Lighter the color, they're not doing as good. Okay. Now, if you want this hierarchy to change from region and market to business segment, it's very easy. I'm just gonna take it out here, and I'm gonna put my another hierarchy here. So now within one swap, you just change all the details here, which is kind of very neat. So I'm gonna save this as, let's say, cross tab um, sales growth by uh, business segment. Okay, so that's one thing. Now we can quickly do our dashboard. Okay, so let's click on the dashboard. Let's bring in our map here. Yeah, let's bring our chart here, and maybe the timeline here. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is for each one, I'm not going to show, or maybe I can just Okay, I'm just gonna switch off the title for everyone so that we have more area to look for. And then I'm gonna make this floating and drag it somewhere here. Okay. It's always better to do one by one. So I'm gonna just floating, bring it here somewhere. Let's see it for timing. Okay. Now we're gonna bring bar chart. Then we're gonna bring the timeline here, right? So let's say we don't have any. We have the okay, business segment here, so we have that thing in common. Okay, so here is the region. Yeah. So I just want to redo this one. So I'm not happy with it. So I'm just gonna delete this one. I'm gonna add it. Let's do one by one again. So let's see map here. I'm gonna make sure I switch off the title here. Make it floating. Put somewhere here. Make it floating and put somewhere here. Okay. So with that thing done, I'm gonna bring another one. Let's say bar chart, right? And I'm not going to show the title here. I'm sorry, click this one and no title here. And as you see, it's already integrated. So if you select one, because they both have the common filters, okay, so which is kind of neat. Um, and then I'm going to bring the timeline here. Yeah, so timeline, I'm just gonna make it floating and bring it here. For the dashboard, I'm gonna say automatic, so it has more area to work with, right? So all these are integrated. Okay, so looks like this is being used as a filter, but I want to use this as a filter as well. So I'm gonna use as a filter. I'm gonna use this as a filter, and I'm gonna use this as a filter so that you can change one, and then change all of them. Okay. South, north, region. Okay. So you have to select on this one. Can I use this as a filter as well? Okay. So I can say this. Okay, this legion is just going to be for this particular one. So I cannot use this as a filter. Okay. But you can use the chart elements as a filter. So if you want to look into this particular area, you can just select on that. I'm just going to show you the details for that. Okay. And then you can just click it outside. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. How to clear this filter? Okay, that's interesting. You have to unpin it, maybe. Now it's working. Okay, so you can select a particular circle here, click it outside, select particular line here. Okay, so here. Okay, so you can clear it that way now. So this is our dashboard here. I'm gonna add a story point now. So I'm gonna say here add a story. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drag let's say right here. So we can say overall sales look okay. Mhm. Mhm. But we know that there's a problem here. So what we're gonna do here is I guess we had a problem in housekeeping. So we're gonna say this as a but not across all housekeeping. Okay, let's do. I'm sorry. So we know that business segment has Porsche, right? Business segment products. So housekeeping is not doing that well. So we can say that, but not across all business segments. Okay. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna show our map. So I'm gonna say double click on it. Uh, okay. So here we can go here and hide this one. Okay. And then go to the story here. Uh, housekeeping is dragging us down. Actually, building a story here. Then you can bring another one here. This time I'm gonna bring. Okay, I'm gonna just add. Yeah, so here now I'm gonna expand it and go to my story point here. Okay, so this is. Hmm, okay, I don't want it to be expanded. I want it to be a snapshot. So let's go back to story here. Um Yeah, now it's doing it. We can bring our dashboard as well. So new. Okay, this is let's put the dashboard here. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to the dashboard. That's the problem here. Like once you looks like it doesn't give you any way to select the dashboard. Shoot, that was gonna show me. And now it's showing me the dashboard, and I want to fit it. Come on, come on. So this is what I was looking for. Finally, I got it. So I'm gonna say fit it to what story point here. Do we see that fit to story? Yeah. Mhm. It's not letting me change, which is kind of weird. Mhm. Okay, so it's the same thing. Let's see, laptop name. Mm, exactly. I don't know, just do that only. So that might bring. Okay, but we can always format this one, right? So maybe I can go here, format a bit here. Yeah, and that should be reflected in this one. So this is better, I guess. Okay. So now we can say that okay, what is dragging us down? Um, I guess we can select here, say it's like this one. So we can actually see the seal of this cleaner housekeeping across all the cities in the United States and even the regions we can see here, right? So this is Michigan. I guess we are doing very good in Michigan, right? Then next we are doing in New York. But if you go down here, maybe we are not doing as well in Seattle for disruptive government. So that's area that looks like an emerging market anyway. So basically, this story point will walk the user. I'm going to say update this one, so it becomes part of the story. So you can walk through the users through this different stages of the sales. Okay, so this was the sale overall. Then we saw the sale for housekeeping and organization, and then within housekeeping, we saw that how among all housekeeping is the problem. That's the lowest sale we have, and within housekeeping we see the cleaning and housekeeping is not doing as well. And then this is kind of telling us the whole story. this kind of interactive thing. Okay, so so with this, I'm going to stop my video. Thank you very much for listening.